Welcome history buffs. Dear viewers, welcome to a new video on my special channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. The United States is often called the world's oldest democracy. But how true is that? And what can we learn from the world's first republic, Rome, when it comes to democratic government? Hello and welcome to this channel. For centuries, Rome was considered a shining example of republicanism. Its system of government, based on elected officials that represented the people, inspired revolutionaries around the world. The Romans famously established a representative republic over 2,000 years ago. In ancient Greece, the birthplace of democracy, ordinary citizens participated directly in government. They voted on laws and elected their leaders, but this system had its drawbacks. For one, it was very slow and cumbersome to make decisions. And secondly, it was very easy for demagogues, or leaders who appealed to the emotions rather than the intellect of the people, to manipulate the masses and take control of the government. The Roman Senate was dominated by the wealthy elite, and these people were very resistant to change. The Roman army was a professional force made up of soldiers who were paid by the state. And it's a testament to the strength and stability of the system. Well, first and foremost, we can learn that it is possible to maintain a stable democracy for many years. Remember to subscribe for more amazing history. Even if there are some problems, all we need to do is learn from the mistakes of the past and make sure that we don't repeat them. Secondly, we can learn that it is important to have a representative democracy. This type of government allows for more efficient decision-making and also prevents demagogues from taking power. Finally, we can learn that it is important to be suspicious of those who want to concentrate power in their own hands. Whether it's a general with an army or a politician with a large following, we must be wary of anyone who wants to accumulate too much power. If we can learn these lessons from the Roman Republic, we will be well on our way to creating a more stable and effective democracy. In fact, the Roman Republic provides us with an important lesson about how to maintain a stable democracy. Although the Republic eventually fell, it still managed to last a very long time. This shows us that it is possible to maintain a stable democracy for many years, even if there are some problems. All we need to do is learn from the mistakes of the past and make sure that we don't repeat them. This meant that generals had a lot of control over the army, and they could use that control to seize power. In fact, that's exactly what Julius Caesar did. He built up his own personal army and then used it to march on Rome and take control of the city. This showed that the Roman Republic was not stable and that it was possible for ambitious leaders to take control of the government. They liked the way things were, and they were very suspicious of new ideas. This meant that the Roman Republic was unable to respond effectively to the challenges it faced. For example, as Rome grew, its infrastructure began to deteriorate. The roads and aqueducts that had been built by the Romans fell into disrepair. And this caused a lot of problems for the city. But the Senate was so slow to address these issues that Rome began to fall into chaos. The Roman Republic was able to get around these problems by creating a representative system. Instead of having all citizens participate directly in government, the Romans elected a few people to represent them and make decisions on their behalf. This allowed for more efficient decision-making and also prevented demagogues from taking power. The consuls, who were the heads of state, held executive power. In a direct democracy, everyone has to attend meetings and vote on every issue. In 27 BC, Augustus became the first emperor of Rome and the Republic became an empire. There are many reasons why the Republic failed. Some historians point to the rise of dictators like Julius Caesar and Augustus as proof that the system was inherently unstable. Others argue that the Roman Republic failed because it couldn't keep up with the changing times. As Rome grew and changed, the old ways of doing things just didn't cut it anymore. In a representative democracy, citizens only have to vote for their leaders and then those leaders make decisions on their behalf. This means that citizens have more time to focus on other aspects of their lives, such as their families or their businesses. Secondly, this type of government helps to prevent demagogues from taking power. In a direct democracy, it's very easy for a charismatic leader to come along and manipulate the masses. In a representative democracy, it is much more difficult because leaders have to appeal to a smaller group of people who are experts in government. These experts are then able to make decisions based on what they think is best for the country as a whole, rather than just pandering to the emotions of the people. The Senate and the assemblies held legislative power, and a series of independent courts held judicial power. Now, while this may sound very similar to our own system of government, there were some key differences. For one, the Roman consuls were elected by the citizens, but they could only serve for 1 year. This meant that every year there would be a new set of consuls, which in turn led to a lot of instability in the government. Additionally, the Roman Senate was not elected by the citizens. Instead, members of the Senate were appointed by the consuls. This created a situation where the executive branch, or the consuls, had a lot of power over the legislative branch, or the Senate. This is not how our democracies work today. In a modern democracy, the legislative branch, or Congress, is elected by the people. And although the president heads the executive branch, he or she is also elected by the people. However, their system of government wasn't exactly the same as ours today. Their republic was far more complicated. From the American War of Independence to the French Revolution, Rome has served as a model for modern republics. So if we want to understand the history of our own democracies, we must look back at ancient Rome and see how its leaders solved the problems of the past. So in this video, we are going to compare and contrast the Roman Republic with modern democracies to see what lessons we can learn. In Roman times, there were 3 branches of government. What makes the Roman Republic so unique is that it was able to avoid the pitfalls of pure democracy. There are many benefits to this type of government. First and foremost, it allows for a much more efficient use of the citizens' time. But despite these benefits, the Roman Republic eventually collapsed. One of the biggest problems with the Roman Republic was that it was very slow to change. Another problem with the Roman Republic was that it was very easy for ambitious generals to seize power. Despite these problems, the Roman Republic lasted for over 800 years. That's longer than any other major civilization at the time. So what lessons can we learn from the Roman Republic? If you enjoyed this episode, I highly recommend checking out another video we did comparing Rome to modern-day America. You'll find it fascinating. Thank you for watching. Finally, don't forget to write an encouraging comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel to receive all that is new. See you soon, my dears.